Jordie get that one, Auston?
Yeah, that was awesome. I wasn't expecting the D-man to be in the paint there, but I think just a really nice play all around, and obviously just trying to create offensive possession and stuff, and he was in a perfect spot to put that home, so it was a big goal for us.
What do you like about Jordie's game on the whole?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately got hurt pretty early there in camp, but I think he just has a really calm demeanor back there and a lot of poise with the puck, and I think he makes really good plays all over the ice. He's got really good IQ, and I think you saw it tonight. Not easy to just jump into a game, so I thought he played really well. He made some great plays, and then obviously a big goal for us at the end there.
You guys looked at the emotion of last night and tonight, pre-game with Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of stuff really kind of hits you hard. So, I think for us though, to just see how a guy like Lee was embraced by the fans, and just what he did for this organization and his time here, and what he still means to the city. So, I think it puts a lot of things into perspective for us as players playing here, and to have guys like him and others that have kind of paved the way for us, it means a lot. And I think you could just see it and feel it in the atmosphere in the crowd tonight when they were presenting him and showing the video and everything. So a little bit emotional, but obviously very well deserved.
You guys were a very different team in the second period from the first. What did you guys say to each other in the intermission, or how did you approach the second period differently?
I thought we had a pretty good first 10 minutes the first period, and then I think we just got a little bit flat, and they get a typical power play goal, but I think leading up to that point, I don't think we were necessarily in a bad spot. I think we were generating some good chances, and I think in the second period we just kind of turned it up a notch, and just the consistency within our game, and just rolling over line after line, in 5-on-5 in the second and third period, and just kind of tried to give them no life. And I thought we did a pretty good job of kind of limiting their limit there.
Auston, I wouldn't say you need confidence, but the manner in which you scored tonight, how do you build off that going forward? We used to see you score a lot of those types of goals.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just wanted to continue to get those looks and those opportunities, so obviously feels good. And I thought our line tonight generated some good chances, built some really good chemistry, and had some good shifts and opportunities. So just want to continue to capitalize on those and continue to get those opportunities and make that on them.
How does William on the wing there change the dynamic of the line for you guys?
I'm really comfortable with Willie. I've played with him lots. I think we have really good chemistry. So even though we don't play a whole lot together in power play, kind of nowadays, I think we still kind of understand each other's game and know where we want to be out there and how we want to play. So I thought tonight we really utilized each other and generated some good chances.
Erik was really hard on himself last night. What did you think of tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's the same every night, honestly. Shelly's very calm demeanor and quietly very confident. So I know he expects a lot out of himself, and he was great here tonight, especially in the third period when they got some power play chances, some good opportunities. He came up with some big saves for us. So obviously that's what you need from a goalie, and obviously he came up big.
Yeah, the puck just started coming up the wall. I saw Mo start sliding, so I wanted to slide in, and just so happened to end up in front of the net. Popped her in.
What's the emotion like after that? We saw your reaction, obviously.
I mean, it doesn't happen too often, so I didn't really know what to do. But thank God Maddie came, and I was just like, all right, here's a hug.
Speaking of emotion, you speak of the emotion of tonight with Jordie on the ice. Your defenseman scored the winning goal.
Yeah, I mean, those ceremonies are much needed. He's a special person and a special player, and obviously special to Toronto. Those ones are hard to get through. It's definitely a tearjerker just because of what he's done for hockey, and just to be on the bench and get to see him in person and shake his hand when he's walking off. It was something I'll definitely remember.
Jordie, how frustrating is it for you to get injured if you did in camp and not really get to start tomorrow at the new club?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but shit happens.
What did you make of your game on the whole tonight, apart from
that? Some good, some bad. I'm probably my toughest critic, so I'll probably watch some clips. Played pretty well.
You grew up a Leaf fan. How did it feel to actually play for this team in a game?
I grew up a Leaf fan. Nope. No, I was definitely a Canucks fan, so it's definitely nice to stick it to them a little bit.
Jordie, what did it mean to have that moment with your kids in warm up there?
Yeah, it means everything. It's hard to talk about just because they're the rock of the household. So Mama Bear and my kids are everything.
Yeah, better feeling today. Obviously, a big win, big night in many ways. So it was nice to get a win here tonight.
How was it to get a win on basically glorious home tonight?
Yeah, it was huge. It was a emotional ceremony. It's great to see the response from the crowd that he got, and all the respect to him. And yeah, it was a great ceremony. It was nice to get a win there tonight.
And all 6 Swedes on the ice.
Yeah, it was very, very special first lineup for us and for me personally, and to see that ceremony for Börje, and I know he means so much for hockey and back home in Sweden. So it was very special night.
How do you balance the emotions of that? Because it's such an emotional moment, but you also have to play a really important game.
Yeah, it was very emotional, but it was you really wanted to win here tonight, so it's more of a you really wanted to come up with a good performance, and it was like I said, it was very nice ceremony and emotional, but when the puck dropped, it came up.
What goes through your mind when you see Connor Garland alone there with 3 minutes left in the first period?
Make the save.
How does Jordie Benn change the complexion of the blue line in front of you?
I think he had a great game. He, obviously he had a very good game, and he scored a goal for us. That was a huge goal. So he played very nice, and played really good, and he really contributed. So he was, really, really good.
How does the body feel coming back from playing right away? It's not often that happens.
I felt great. It was nice to kind of get a second chance today after that game yesterday. It was a tough loss yesterday, so to get the chance to bounce back tonight was nice, and I felt fresh. So no problem there.
Did you have a lot of back-to-backs in the minors, though? Did that more problem?
No, actually, I just had one back-to-back before, so this is second time.
When did you know you were playing tonight?
This morning.
Yeah, obviously it was really nice. I think just to show the support for Börje. That was a big thing for us Swedes. So I'm really happy to do that.
What about scoring goal as well for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always really fun to score goals. So I think our line, we worked really hard today, and I think we got the goal there. So that was really nice.
Obviously, you're way too young to have seen Börje play, but growing up, how much was he talked about? What did he mean to hockey in Sweden while you were growing up?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest one. So, especially coming here to Toronto, and you see how big he is here, and it's just an honor to play for the same team as he did.
What do you appreciate about the performance Erik gave you in net playing on back-to-back nights?
Yeah, I mean, really good. I think he's been playing good in all his games he's been playing. So I think we did a better job for him today, supporting him in the D zone. So really happy to have him in it.
What stood out to you about Jordie Benn's debut?
Excellent. Scoring a goal there, that was huge, and really solid D. So that's good.
Sean, what was the difference tonight, especially after the first period?
I just thought we had an increase in just about everything. Our pace, our work rate, our battle level, the energy in the building, which was a response to all of those things I just mentioned. So I think that was the difference. At the same time, I wasn't as down on the first period as the scoreboard would indicate. I thought it was clear we had another level to get to, but we had a lot of chances in the first period that could have changed the game dramatically. We didn't make good on ours. You know, we make a mistake and don't tie up a stick, and they get a tip on one, and a very dangerous power play shoots one in the net on us. But, you know, the first period wasn't as bad. We still had 40 minutes to play with confidence that we were going to be able to generate more of this type of looks we did in the first period, and we just needed to make good on them. So we were telling the guys not to panic, stay with it, and felt confident that we would be in good shape as long as we won the second period.
Part of that mixing up the lines a little bit, them getting used to each other?
Yeah, I mean, all guys that have played together before. I don't know if that was really much of a factor in terms of that. But like I said, I really liked a lot about our game, especially the start. I liked, you know, up until they scored, it took the wind out of our sails, and we had a bit of a letdown there for sure, and energy. But, you know, we just kept getting better, and like I was told the guys, we just need to stay with it and, you know, play harder and find another level, but don't panic, and just, you know, remain confident in our ability to come back in the game. And you know, I like that. I like that. You know, to me, we look like the fresher and faster team in the third period, despite the fact that we're the group playing on the back-to-back. You know, I thought it was as good a third period with the lead as we've played.
What did you like about Jordie Benn's game tonight?
I'm sorry?
What did you like about Jordie Benn's game tonight?
He was really good. I mean, I thought he was really competitive. All the things we know about him: competitive and intelligent defender. Made some plays with the puck, moved the puck really well. Obviously, it's a good spot to finish and score us a huge goal, but he's a veteran, another veteran player, and in particular on the back end, particularly when you take out a presence like Brodie, you know, it's good to have somebody like that come into our group.
What's the status of Brodie?
I'm not sure, I guess, other than to say, you know, maybe day to day. Obviously, the fact that he took warm up, no, I don't believe that's the case, no. I don't think there was any one particular incident that has him feeling uncomfortable, but the fact that he was in warm up and feeling like he could go, you know, tells me that it's day to day, but I think it's the kind of thing that they'll probably get a closer look at tomorrow or Monday and know more from there.
Why don't you speak to the emotion of the night, the way it started, obviously with Corey, and also where the idea to have the 5 skaters and obviously Erik start the Swedish.
Yeah, in terms of the start, it was, you know, first of all, I personally was really touched by last night, you know, and the whole ceremony that, you know, for last night for the Hall of Famers and Boreal's moment in particular, and you know, being there with Daryl Stiller and Matt Sundin along his side. I don't think I was the only one in the building moved by that. I think it was a great moment, and I thought it was something that warranted us having, you know, touching on further tonight. For Boreal Solomon in particular, and his night, and honoring him, and our players got a sense last night, if you didn't know, you got a sense of how important he is here in Toronto. And I thought there was a great opportunity to talk about that with our group. And then just in thinking about that and preparing for that, I just thought of the idea of, you know, that how he paved the way for so many great European players to come and play here in Toronto. And know that he has a relationship with some of our Swedish players, that I just thought made sense, you know, to pay tribute to him in that way.
Why did you decide to change up the top 2 lines?
I just thought it was time for a little bit of a different change, or a little bit of a different look. Not unlike in Carolina, you know, we did it mid-game in Carolina, and then here it was more just on the back-to-back, a different night. Wanting to change the chemistry of the group a little bit coming into today. A little bit of a mix-up there. Thought it could maybe give us a boost, and whether it's that or just the energy and emotion of the night, the fact we're coming off a loss, whatever you want to point to, I don't know, but I was happy with the players' response.
Sheldon, the way that Auston scored, what can that do for him? Not that he needs confidence, but that's the type of thing he did a lot last year, and haven't seen as much of this year.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities like that in the power play with really clean looks like that. Incredible play by Mitch to get it to him, and you know that goalie was really starting to feel it. He played really well for them, and Austin's, you know, basically one-on-one with them and beats him with a clean shot. I think it's a big moment, but an even bigger moment in the game for me We gave up, it was sort of a broken 2-on-1, and Auston was probably half a zone behind. And the effort that he put in to catch up, strip him of the puck, made a couple really strong defensive plays after that. That pace and that work that he put in there changed the energy of the game for me. Changed the energy in the building. Fans got into it from there. They recognized the effort that was put in, and I thought everything just fell in line in place from there. Everybody else started to match that sort of effort, and that to me is leadership.
How big of a game is that for Kallgren, especially if Murray's ready and he has to sit for a bit now?
Big game, and I mean he gets down 2-0 early in the game. It's a back-to-back and all of these things, and just stayed with it, solid. I mean, I thought we defended well as a group here today, but when you give up 2 early and you're playing the back-to-back, it can get in your head perhaps. But he was strong all the way through. Obviously, just didn't let them get the next one. And that's an extremely dangerous power play, as good a power play as you're going to see in the league. And they had some opportunities in that third period, and he was really strong all the way to the end. So really great moment for him. He's done a tremendous job for us, and that's why I felt strongly that he deserved to get back in there tonight.